All right, you're working from home, but are you making any money? Watch closely as I train you on how to make money by working from home, because there's rules to follow, or it's going to cost you. All right, there are a lot of opportunities to make money from home. Wow, this country we live in, and I hope wherever you live, that you notice that there's ways to make money from living at home. And all you got to do is look, and there's great opportunities. But here's the concern I have. Are you sure you have the mentality to actually produce that money from working from home? Because it's okay to have that business or that idea brought to the home, but you need to recondition yourself about what you need to stop doing, what you need to start doing, so you have the mentality of what it takes to get this done and to do it right. So I'm not going to point at any particular business that's going to be good or bad for you to work from home. What I'm going to talk about is the mindset, because the mindset could cause you to just crash and burn and just mess up, or it can help you really excel in your choice. Now check this out. I saw an old friend and I asked him, like, hey, how you doing? You still doing that business you were doing? And they just kind of crooked smile, kind of went, I changed that again. I said, what do you mean you changed? How many different businesses have you tried from home? And then they told me 17 different businesses. 17 businesses from home. And they said to me, they go, yeah, I don't know if this working from home thing even works, Kirk. I don't even know if it even works. I don't think it's even true. Wow. I noticed where they were pointing their attention. They were thinking that the business was working or not working, but there was no attention on the person. And since that time, which was years and years ago when I saw them out and about, I've started to notice and talk to people who are working from home and asking them, so what's it like to have a business at home? You making money from home? And I wish I could say I hear more people being excited about it, but I notice a lot of people stressing about it. And I know why they're stressing. They did not consider of retraining their mind on how to do this. They just thought they could take the same personality they've always had and allow a business to come in and think they know how to master it, when there's really some very important steps of changing a way of thinking that's got to work at home. So I have for you some suggestions and tips that I really know is going to make a difference, but I don't know if you're going to take action on it, so I can't guarantee this will change for you until you decide to do the actions. You do the actions, it'll work. It'll work. You don't do the actions, you're probably going to do what most people do. Sooner or later, blame the business that it didn't work. But let's get your mindset straight so it can work for you. So the first thing you got to stop doing, it is natural human tendency to postpone things. We think that we can put things off day to day to day, but what happens is when we postpone things and we have a business at home, it not only affects the business, it affects the family, right? Because now we have this dual experience going on, and it's going to really escalate in this experience of messing with the family, causing conflict in the family. So your natural tendency to postpone has got to change a little bit. Now, you don't leave it the same, but you got to change that. So your postponing is coming down. Instead of postponing 3 or 4 things a day and rescheduling 3 or 4 things, you got to narrow that down by half. But pay attention to how easily you go about just postponing things. You're not going to do very well making money if you are easily moved upon to postpone things. Holding the appointments is what matters. Holding those commitments is what's really going to teach you how to perform better having a business at home and making money from home. The next one is every person has a level of avoiding people. But wait, people is what makes businesses work. It's people who want products and services that make businesses work. So avoiding your family, avoiding your spouse, avoiding making the phone calls. The more you avoid those phone calls, or you think, oh, I shouldn't call them right now at 7 o'clock at night. Call them. I don't know, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Maybe they're not up yet. Call them. Every ounce of effort you put into avoiding people the business is starting to drift and fade. For you to work really well at home and make money working at home, you got to embrace people. It's like, get after it. How many people can you meet? How soon can you call them? It's like you just are excited to meet them and talk to them on the phone, on text, or Facebook, or social media, or meeting them. But you got to switch that around, or that's going to bite you. That's going to totally bite you and slow down your progress. The other problem is thinking you can work your business 24/7. I'll just do that when I wake up in the morning at 5. I'll just do that Thursday night until midnight. As soon as you start to get loose with your schedule, you're losing money. You're losing money. And as long as you think you can work 24/7, what happens is you start to dilute your ability to be efficient. It'd be better to have very tight working hours so that the amount of money you do make has a higher value per hour than just always 24/7. And I tell you, the worst thing I hear is when I hear people who work from home that say, oh, call me anytime. It's like, what? You have no hours? It's like, whoa, that means you're always on call. You're always in that place. You never sleep. You never stop. You never shut down. You never have go on vacation. You got to let the people know that you work with that there's times you got to step away. Sanity comes from the ability to walk away and recover. Next one is mixing home and work. You know, if you watch our YouTube videos and you're subscribing to what we're doing, you will see how there's videos here to train you about all the different aspects of working at home. So you don't want to miss the training videos that are coming out. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. But mixing home and work to where literally there is no boundary between the two, there's no clear line between that, you're gonna not make as much money. You'd be able to have a start and stop time, to be able to have times when you are literally, you know you're working, the family knows you're working, and they don't bother you. Nobody walks in there, nobody talks to you because you're working. If your family can walk in whenever they want and talk to you whenever they want, they will show up at the perfect time to sabotage you. You know, for you to be efficient, you got to be really on with your thoughts and really on with what's happening in the work you're doing, and so you can have some consistent thinking processes. But if you keep getting interrupted, that's just money flying out the door. It's just going to fly out the door. Because when you lose thought, you lose focus, you lose sales. Pretty easy. You lose thought, you lose focus, you lose sales. So the kids need to know when you're working and when you're not working. But you got to stop the gray lines and the mixture of what's going on there. Now, taking it too casual. Oh, I got a business at home. It's not a guarantee you're going to be successful. You got to work. You got to work. You know, I hear people say, oh yeah, finally I got a business, I'm working out of my home. It's like, uh-oh, what do you think about this? Yeah, and I can hear the casual side. Anything that is casual falls over. You build a house casually. You know, casual creates casualties. I mean, that's how it works in business. Casual is casualties. Without structure, at home, the business will crumble. But Kirk, I just want to be relaxed and just comfortable with doing this. It's like, where's the structure? You can be relaxed with structure, but being relaxed without structure is a problem. But when you notice you're too casual with how you're doing things, you're losing money, you're losing time, and you're losing clients. So you're losing. Without a structure, the ship sinks. It just does. So those are some things to stop. These are things to stop. To start doing things is you be a finisher. Literally, you choose what you can choose because you know you can finish it. But you get in your mindset, I finish what I start. And I'm going to finish it by this day. I'm going to finish it by this time. But you embrace it, even though you're terrible at it, even though you can't be a finisher right now, you're aspiring to becoming a finisher. Being a finisher draws business to you. Being a finisher builds confidence. Being a finisher helps you make your choices in life a lot more clearly of what's going to work, what's not going to work. But aspire to being a finisher, like it really is finished and it gets put away, or it gets finished and sent, but it really gets finished. It'll make a difference in your home business and making money. Then, because you're working from home, there's a tendency to not get out and physically meet people. Get out of the house, go to a network meeting, go down to the local event happening in your community, go meet people, go to stores, go say hi to people. Once you start to lose the physical person-to-person experience, you're going to lose some sense of connecting to people. When you're physically with somebody and you're watching and listening to them, there's a lot of other components your mind uses for communication. Those in-person skills then can transfer over to the phone. But if you're only on the phone and you're only emailing and you're only texting, you lose those communication skills and you don't pick up that change in voice and the different things you're hearing in those non-word communication cues. So I know personally, I've got to be out meeting people. So my communication skills can stay very, 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 very high. So when I am on the phone or I'm on a conference call or texting or emailing, I can pick up all the communication that's going on, not just the words that are being said. But businesses fail at home because they get away from people and they lose those communication skills. So get out and meet new people. I'm a big promoter at start and stop time. Am I perfect at it? I wish I was better at it. But the start and stop time makes a big difference. When I don't hold to my stop time, I can feel it. When I don't hold to my start time, man, I can feel it. That one I'm still working on. I do really good on some days and some weeks, but there's other times it's like, oh man, I'm so off on this. But I'm aspiring to be better at start and stop times. And my family knows. I ask for forgiveness and I apologize when I'm off on my timing, but I don't quit on aspiring to being better with my start and stop times. But it makes a difference. I always do better when I follow my start and stop times of working. And that gives the family structure of what dad's doing, right? Now, setting goals for your business, there's daily goals and there's weekly goals, but you really want to look at your daily action step list. That daily action step list, when your goal is too far out there, and when it's too far out there, you might find yourself just moving tasks from one day to the next day to the next day, because it really doesn't need to be fully committed and finished until a week from now or until a month from now. That'll get you. That'll sabotage you. That'll rip you off. I think where the magic is in the daily tasks every day. And that you're looking at the tasks, you're looking at your time, and you are searching for efficiency. Delegation and efficiency. How can I delegate this? Who can I delegate this to? Or how can I be efficient right now? How can I set up my office to be more efficient? How can I do this so I can be more efficient? So I can actually finish those things in the time I have left. So number 4 is about literally switching it to the daily tasks, not the week. You can have the week goal, but you know what? That week-long goal, you'll notice you'll delay things. But the daily tasks, and to get after that, and really strive for efficiency. Because the more efficient you are, the more things are going to move for you. The more things you're going to find yourself being less stressed. Because efficiency requires looking at your systems, and how that whole system is working in the office. And then, of course, you really don't know if you're making money unless you're managing money. And if you're not managing where your money's going, you're losing money. Simple. My money mentor told me, he goes, if you're not managing your money, you're losing money. Believe me, there are plenty of ways to lose money. I'm not going to take the time to explain all the different directions, but if you don't watch where your money goes, then your money just goes. So it's, how do you do this? How do you check in with that? At least once a month to review your expenses and where the money went. You'll be surprised to find out where your money went. You'll be like, wait, I didn't know that I was spending that much money on that. But manage your money. It doesn't just show up and replan itself all by itself. It's got to be managed. And for some reason, people who work at home tend to not look at that. They think, it's just going to be there. Until you're broke, until your money's gone, and then you're forced into managing your money. But don't let that happen. Start looking at your money. Even if it freaks you out, it scares you, and you don't know what you're looking at, I think if you look at it enough times, you start to pay attention to what's going on. I don't think it takes a lot of smarts to begin learning how to look at your money, especially where it was spent. And if that means having a box of receipts, if that means, keeping an Excel file on your computer or getting some, software to use, whatever that might take. But if you don't manage it, you're losing it. It's gonna make a big difference. So watching people fail has taught me what to do to succeed. And what you got here is a success list. And this success list, when followed, you're gonna find yourself improving what it is that you do. When you don't have this, and you're not gonna do these things, you're gonna fail. You're gonna mess it up, you're gonna crash, you're gonna mess it all up, but you don't need to. So take one or two of these and review this. Don't just let this be a one-time glance at this video. This is real failure issues, and this is real success issues. It's not just kind of cute, it's what you're gonna do. It's what you're gonna do to mess stuff up. So look at this, check in, what can you do today that will make a difference in improving this whole experience of making money from home? Don't ruin the situation, don't blame the business when you don't have structure. So here at 3 Key Elements, we love training people about how to pay attention and raise their awareness. And so for more, check us out at our website and look at our courses that we have here that we hold live trainings for here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And also, of course, subscribe to what we're teaching here, and because it's great material. It's gonna help you not only in business, but with your family, with relationships, and with your mindset, which all of that matters. So the reason why we do this is because your life matters. And let's do something about that today.